I'm here. I'm here. Oh, so sorry. Thank you for being patient. Whew! I didn't want the live stream to like stop because I didn't start on time, but I wasn't quite ready on time because I procrastinated. Another reason. Love you.
Here, let me pick this and wipe it off. Both of it.
Love you. Woo! Okay. You should not have done that. Yeah, but you are, silly man. Silly, silly man.
You don't know where your computer being shut off the light.
No, I haven't gone to my computer. No. Love you. Yep. Alrighty, alrighty, alrighty. Oh, look at that! Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Sorry for me being late. Hello. Okay. So first, I'm writing it down real quick. First, we've got Awakened Soul. Then we've got Rhea. Then we have Ace Pirate. Welcome, welcome, everybody. Crow, got it. You got your own supernatural cards. I love it. Can you feel the love to me? That's outside my range. Fucking match broke on me. That's better. Rude. Happy New Year, everybody. Happy. I don't know. Happy January, I guess. Today is a weird day for me, folks. It is the 5-year anniversary of the night my brother passed away. Tyler. And I wouldn't learn about it until after I learned about the Capitol riots, the attempted insurrection. Like, legit, I learned about Capitol riots, and then I learned, while reading and watching the footage, I got a call about my brother. And it was like, oh, that's a shitty fucking day. For the next 24 hours, I may be in a particularly sour mood and taking no shit from anybody. Okay, let's see. Ace can go before. Got it. Keeps freezing. Let me know, Ace, if it's still doing that. If it's doing it for anybody else, I'll try to, like, leave and come back in. But let's see. Awakened, you're back. Cool. Let me know if it's still freezing. Awakened, you're up first. Let me know which tarot deck you would like, my dear. Hey, yep, I'm here. Sorry. Estoy aquí. Awakened, you're up first. What would you like? Which tarot card would you like? You're up first. Yep, Awakened Soul's up first. You were the first one in, then Rhea was after that, but she gave her second spot to Ace Pirate. So it's Awakened, then Ace Pirate, then Rhea. Let me know which tarot deck you want. I have the new one. I have two new ones. I have Crow Tarot, and I have my crystal. I call it my crystal tarot deck because, well, it's very crystally colored, pretty, purpley. So those are my two newest decks. Otherwise, I have all the same ones I usually do. They are. I love them so much. Go with the crystals. You love purple. Got it. Purple has been one of my favorite colors lately. It hasn't always been, but lately I've been very drawn to it. I noticed a lot of my decor has been gravitating toward purple colors. Since it's a brand new deck, I'm going to shuffle it a little extra to make sure we get a nice, thoroughly mixed deck. Because they are so new, they're a little difficult to shuffle. I genuinely don't know when my purple affinity started. It just like all of a sudden I realized I was surrounded by purple things in my life. I'm like, oh, when did that happen? I've never like particularly had a deep connection to purple. Oh, last one. Here we go. So starting with your past, that everyone wants to drop one. I'm really thinking hard. The Ace of Wands for your past. You've experienced some interesting growth. So this is one of the things I actually really like about these cards is you'll notice there's like a little orange or yellow tint to most of the cards in like the center of them. It's like to represent some kind of yellow light. Like here, let me see. Like here's a good one. There's a good example of one. So there's almost always like an orange tint or shade somewhere in the card. And I just think it's a really beautiful mix. And orange is not one of my favorite colors. No, it's not a tumor. If it were a tumor, it would be something like wrong. If it were related to health, but this actually represents healing growth. As you can see, there's the new leaves coming to replace the old ones that have fallen. And yes, that stick has been broken many times, but that doesn't mean it's down for the count. It can still continue to grow and change. So that's the past. The present is the Five of Wands, current conflict. However, it thankfully is something temporary and something that will probably be resolved sooner than you think. Sorry, I'm just checking something. I hate it when I get my finger in the way, but it's kind of impossible not to. There we go. Okay. Helps me see better. So with this one, it points to you possibly being at the center here, surrounded by others, feeling ganged up on. But there is the truth shining above. There is hope. There is an understanding that tomorrow will come and things will change. These ones are already starting to fall away. And these three in front are not are all you have left to confront in front of you. And it could represent past, present, and future with these as your weapons or what you've already worked through. Who is your spirit guide speaking to you through? That is a really good question. I can't say for sure. I can tell you that my dad is the image in my head, which tells me it's probably an older figure, somebody like a parental figure or a grandparent, just because when it's my dad who's usually popping in my head, it's related to a parental figure. When it's my brothers, it's usually related to friendships, love, and sometimes careers. So ancestors are very accurate. Ancestors, they follow you. They have a direct invested interest in you and your life and how it turns out because you are representative of the culmination of all of them. So your ancestors are really looking out for you. And they are the ones that are actually kind of shining this light at the top. So when I reach out to my guides, I kind of ask them, hey, reach out to this person's guides and tell me what they say. So I'm not really asking your guides directly. I'm playing a little bit of a game of telephone. I'm getting the message from my dad who's talking to whoever it is who's giving me your message. That's the best way I can ever describe it. Ooh, 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 ooh. You've got justice coming for your future. Things will work out. Things are going to work out. You will be okay. You will feel validated. Validated. That's the word that keeps hitting in my head. Validation. And let's see, your advice card. Too much. Y'all need to give me one card at a time. That was everybody talking at once. One at a time. You'll need to pick one central themed advice card. Look, they didn't even want to shuffle. They were like, "Meh." Try that again. All right. Let's see. Advice card. Central message. Something. You did such a good job of giving me one card so far. I will take the one that's on top. Both were similar in meaning. Ace of Pentacles. Look at that. Something is coming your way. Something very, very good. Let me read out of the guidebook so I can give you the full, what's the word I'm looking for? The full effect. Okay. Aren't these beautiful? The Ace of Wands is your past. Okay. You have two aces, two wands, and a major arcana card. That's interesting to me. They're all upright. Every single one is upright. Ace of Wands for your past. The gift of creation is presented from the divine. Be open to exciting new possibilities. Key meanings include inspiration and creativity. The Ace of Wands brings new gifts. It was initially rooted in passion and creativity. God appeared from the cloud and provided a wand with vision, inspiration, sprouting green leaves. This scene depicts stability and prosperity, driving your emotions forward and supporting new entrepreneurship. But again, it typically is it's growth. It's growth. 5 of Wands. You're present. The difference between rivalry and healthy competition asks you to work with your ego in a productive way. Stand firm and don't compromise. Unlike unlike the 5 of Swords, the 5 of Wands does not predict the possibility of a comprehensive conflict, but indicates that there will be a fierce verbal argument and a lack of common views. In terms of education and learning, you need to pass a strict exam or test, but you'll pass it smoothly. It should be noted that this tarot card also shows competition that is very important to you, such as certain sports and so on. But one thing that I really want to point out here is the very, very first line, the stand firm, do not compromise. When it comes to the passion and the fire, this is your spark at the center, and you are connected to the moon at the top. Stand firm. Because justice is coming. The future, justice. Justice is served by restoring divine balance through upholding and committing to the truth. The message of this card is that that which has been unstable is rebalanced. Justice is seated between 2 pillars, a figure holding the sword of truth in one hand and the scales of justice in the other. Her red robe symbolizes being grounded in the material world, while the yellow crown and background peeking out from behind the curtain symbolize her state of harmony with the spiritual elements that exist within the physical realm. The presence of the sword suggests she prefers using logic over emotions, a sentiment echoed by the crown on her head, emphasizing the power of the mind. And finally, your advice card is the Ace of Pentacles. A prosperous new beginning is unfolding for you. Be open to receiving gifts from the divine. The Ace of Pentacles card is a new start with everything necessary to ensure success. Take what you need and go to the world. I believe that you have planted seeds that can take root and sprout so that you can face any challenges in life. Overall, I'm reading this as an extremely hopeful message. The aces have doubled down. You have 2 hands in opposite directions here, almost like they're being held by the same person, almost like justice, right? Justice holds the sword and the scales. We have a wand and the pentacles, but it gives a similar visualization. It's so hopeful because even though right now in your present you are surrounded by conflict, it's temporary. You've already knocked down 2 of the pillars. You have 3 standing before you here, and it is difficult and it is frustrating, but justice is coming. That's how I'm reading it. So, past, present, future, and advice. Ta-da! Okay, next we have Ace Pirate. Did you want the Crow Tarot or Supernatural? Let me know. And Awakened, I hope everything that you're going through, I don't know. All I know is that you're going through it. And things will be okay. It sucks. And you're allowed to say it fucking sucks. And go to a rage room or, shout and scream and do all the things to get the anger out because anger is validating. It's a valid emotion. Crow 2 for Rhea, you got it. And just know that the scales of justice are coming for you in a good, wonderful way. And hopefully very, very soon. Ace, I'm going to run downstairs real quick and give myself one more dash of the medicine. I had to hit and run it. I can definitely post it if you like. I do try to at least like this whole thing will be posted here on Substack. I will also post like a quick clip on TikTok and YouTube and stuff like that, but nothing that you don't want to be posted. Just let me know. But the whole thing will be posted here. Like I'm just gonna hit the post when finished processing, so that way I don't have to do shit about it. Maybe one day when my concerta kicks in and I have the time and the ability to do so, I'll go back in and like fix a whole bunch of shit. But not at the moment. Humans as in characters or humans as in human characters versus the non-human characters? You two awaken. Okay. I shall be right back after I give myself a good smoke cleanse. I shall leave the mic on. You will probably hear me cough. I almost guarantee it. Be right back. Woo! I feel you now. Feel nice. Like sugar and spice. So nice. So nice. I got you. Dun, 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 dun. Hey. I'm back. Woo! Big, big hits. Okay. Oh, reading your comment, Rhea. That makes perfect sense. Approximately a third. Or take the whole population. Okay, sorry. My brain started working on this. Hooray, for your question here. Take the whole population of this planet, whatever you want that population number to be, and then compare this planet to planet Earth, and compare all of the racial and ethnic population data that we currently have, and pick one of those data points. Like, do you want it to be representative of the total amount of Caucasians, the total amount of Latinx, the total amount of um, just people of color in general compared to the Caucasian population? Figure that out. And then once you have that percentage, then use that to create your human population. Like if you want it to be a minority population, then figure out how minority. Do you want it to be a super minority, or do you want it to be like one of the larger minorities? So boom. Oh, thank you. You didn't have to do that, but I do appreciate all of the tips. I'm checking now just to make sure. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, Awakened. I sent you a little heart to say thank you. All righty. So, Rhea, that was my advice for that. This is for Ace Pirate. Oh, excuse me, I have to burp. Oh. Ooh, that was like a 10. I don't want to boast, but that was a good one. Oh, yes, I get you. I honestly, I recently gave a friend like $9 because she needed something and it was all I had. And I'm like, you need it. I don't. Here you go. I had just like gotten paid $9 from TikTok. It was like the last payment I got from them for doing live streams. And I'm like, here, I don't need this. 2011. Okay. So for Ace Pirate, here we go. Wow. That was interesting. Fun story when I was chilling at my boyfriend's house before we were married, um, I was sitting on the couch next to him. We were watching a show with his parents, and I burped so loud it just slipped right out. I didn't mean to. It burped just like that one I just did, just like it almost. And my his mom turns to him and goes, "Oh, what am I gonna call him? I'll just call him Rick." Rick. And then I just kind of peeked around and I was like, "Actually, that was me. Sorry. Excuse me." And I'm a rather petite girl, especially when I was like 15, 16. And she goes, "That big old sound came out of that itty bitty little body." It's like, "Yes, yes, ma'am, it did. Sorry about that. It slipped out." Okay, so for Ace, your past is the 10 of Cups reversed. This feels a lot like, I don't want to say broken family, but a disoriented family. Somewhere like it's disconnected, where you feel separated and not quite as connected as you wish you were. But on the outside looking in, you might look like a typical happy family. It's not that there's anything absolutely horrible going on, but there's a disconnect here. You've never truly felt understood by those closest to you. Ooh. The Knight of Wands suggests you are a very passionate person now, and you are ready to push forward and do something different and do something exciting and new and something for yourself for a change. I'm already pretty intuitive with these cards. I love these cards so much. Oh my gosh, your future is the sun. And something I noticed, the sunflowers are present in the past and the future, and the sun makes an appearance in the Knight of Wands as well as your future. So visually, you've got a lot of references to the past two cards with your future. And with the crow, I'm seeing like it's almost like there's a messenger here and he's waving the red banner. There's success, there's excitement. Two horses. Well, we've got a horse, and technically, this one feels almost like unicorn. Is that a unicorn or is that the ear? That might be the ear. Never mind. That's the ear. Yeah, that's the ear. So we've got two horses as well. So this is just beautiful imagery here. This is very positive imagery. It says you're going in the right direction. You're moving toward happiness and success. Oh, that flew right out of there. The Queen of Cups. You are nourishing yourself. You're taking care of yourself. You're recognizing your needs. You're not putting them off in favor of others, but because you are so full, you are able to share what you have. And the difference is it's not being taken, it's being offered. You are no longer emptying your cups for everybody else. You are filling your own and therefore have enough to share. Let me read out of the booklet. But honestly, I feel pretty damn good if I don't say so myself. Okay, here we go. 10 of Cups. So for your past, the 10 of Cups reversed. This warns that you may be feeling disconnected. Haha, the word I use. That's funny. Disconnected or unable to spend quality time with those you love. This card can serve as a reminder to take time to reflect on the ways you can create a more harmonious life with those around you. Your present is the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands channels the charging energy of his horse and moves forward with raw power and determination. With the sun high in the sky, offering plenty of daylight ahead, the crow flies without hesitation. He is confident of success, even if he experiences moments of uncertainty about where he is going. The Knight of Wands reflects a person who jumps in without weighing all the consequences. He possesses an energy that is pure enthusiasm, a much needed ingredient when executing a plan. This card warns that although passion is essential, you must find balance and clear thinking for a project or situation to find success. The sun is your future. Optimism, positivity, success, happiness, and good fortune are the key elements. The crow stands fearlessly on the back of a glistening white horse with her wings reaching outward in freedom. She is open to the radiant energy of the sun as it illuminates her soul and brings success to all she desires to accomplish. She comes to you with the message that luck is on your side, and you will soon feel the brightness and warmth of the sun. Bask in all the potential entering into your life. Whoop, I dropped the booklet. Bask in all the potential entering into your life at this time and allow the energy to raise your frequency. And finally, we have the Queen of Cups, which one thing I love about this is you have the moon in the background. So a literal night and day difference with your present. I adore it. Sorry, just not sorry. Thank you for indulging me. So for Ace, your advice is the Queen of Cups. On her throne, surrounded by the ocean's bounty, the serene queen stares out into the water where she connects with her subconscious mind and receives messages from her higher self. The cup in front of her is covered with feathers and represents her inner thoughts. The Queen of Cups denotes loving, intuitive energy that may be found in an older woman in your life during a time that you seek healing. This energy may also manifest in yourself during times you need self-love. The Queen of Cups brings a gift of compassion and emotional connectedness that may be directed toward you or that you will direct to another in need. All right, so that was for Ace Pirate. We had the 10 of Cups reversed for your past, the Knight of Wands for your present, the Sun for your future. I love the transition. And the Queen of Cups for your advice card. That's like the most beautiful transition ever, from the upside down to a small sun in the background, the big sun, and then the moon. That's beautiful. You're so welcome. All right, Rhea, you are up next. You also wanted the Crow Tarot. Oh, I'm thirsty. All right. Oh, yeah. I got it at Walmart, actually. It's literally just this whole pattern. It's just a t-shirt. That's all. It's it's that whole pattern, like, all over the shirt. I got it at Walmart, like, 2, 3. No, I was pregnant after I got yeah, like, 3 years ago. I saw somebody else wearing it. It actually made me laugh. Okay, Rhea, what kind of, spread were we doing? Remind me. I didn't check my anything. It is very witchy. I love it. You got it. I just wanted to make sure that I didn't miss anything. Okay. Try that again. Take 2. So, Rhea, for your past, the King of Swords. Clarity of mind, a clear, logical thinker, somebody who's motivated by truth and reason. Oh, Rhea, you never apologize for not being able to pay. I only wanted to know just so I could prepare for the spreads. That was all. Never, ever, ever apologize for not being able to pay. There's a reason I do the free tarot. It's so people do not have to worry about whether or not they can pay me. The Chariot reversed is your present feeling stuck between 2 sides here. Not sure if you're going up or down, this way or that way. Oh my god, I'm loving the imagery of this card. I'm sorry, look at that. I never would have imagined the Chariot in this way. This is beautiful, and yet it makes so much sense just visually. Like, it's like you're stuck in a canyon, upside down. Oh, man, I can't wait to read what that says. I genuinely have not really looked at all of these cards yet, so every time I use them, I'm seeing a new card, and I'm very excited. Ooh. Ah! We got the devil, we got the devil, we got the devil for the first time. We got the devil. Oh my god, look at it. It's so cool. I love it. 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 Oh my god. Okay. Breaking free from the chains, breaking from bad habits, or at least bringing them to light, bringing them to the surface so that you can address them. Oh, that's such a badass card. I love it. Okay, your advice card. The Emperor. This came up underneath your past card, so that's funny. The Emperor reversed. It suggests a warning against an authoritarian figure or somebody who's going to be in your way. All right, all right. I'm so excited. Your past is the King of. There a lot of masculine energy. Even with like the Chariot and the Devil, that tends to be more masculine than feminine. So that's interesting. This is all very masculine. Most of your spreads have more of a feminine element to it, with an occasional mention of a masculine figure, but this is just, it's heavy on it. That's not like bad or good, it's just neutral, something I noticed. The King of Swords is a strategic and logical crow. Using methodical steps and processes, he is the one who figures out positive solutions that benefit the group. His strength and poise set him apart from the flock. This bird is comfortable in the role of leader, but is not power hungry. The energy of the King of Swords will bring a prudent and clear vision of success to the situation. The king may enter as a trusted advisor or may indicate that you are a source of reliable information that will benefit others. Upright, the King of Swords is recognized for his ability to handle situations with a calming energy. This might be your father, and it might be a reference to how he raised you. Your present is the Chariot. One second, let me get to where it says. Okay, I'm going to read it both ways so you have the full context here. Determination, willpower, drive, and success. The triumphant crow soaring through the stormy sky with fearlessness and strength rides a chariot of thunderous clouds to victory. Ah, that is clever. Ah, okay. The chariot is assigned to go forward with confidence, knowing that your well-executed plan will be a success. It asks that you summon your power to fly above the barriers and soar through obstacles. The crow who rides victoriously on the chariot has learned to harness his aggression, extracting only the positive energy required to finish the task. In contrast, the reversed chariot could indicate a loss of control or being dragged into a situation that may not lead to the best outcome. Maybe feeling like you're being led astray by someone, even somebody, if it's somebody you trust, maybe not totally trusting their judgment. Then you have the devil for your future. It feels very familial. Addiction, bondage, temptation, violence. Perched in the middle of a river of blood atop his latest prey, the devil is disinterested in the lives he has destroyed. His presence can be cold and dark. At times, to catch his prey, he channels his charming nature and allows the unsuspecting victim to willingly follow, only to discover later he has taken their joy and replaced it with despair. Chained, yet able to free herself if she sincerely wishes, is a little bird symbolizing purity and a free spirit that has succumbed to the forceful demands of the devil. This card can mean that there is an addiction that is preventing you from finding real freedom and happiness. It may also indicate a fear of change. This card points out that the chains that have you bound may be of your own creation. This is going to be one of those readings you're going to get in hindsight, but I'm going to text you later with what I think it is in depth so that I'm not putting everything out on the air here. I think I get what they're putting down, and I think you just, I'm going to say something that sounds mean, but it's not mean. I just can't phrase it right because I'm high, so I need low effort unmasking So this is me unmasked, not me being a bitch. I'm sorry. So, to put it very, very bluntly, I think you see it in the back of your mind, you just don't want to. You feel it in your gut. Is this about? It probably is. And maybe it makes you uncomfortable. That's the kind of message I'm kind of getting with this. Because the Emperor reversed is the advice card, and that's what has me kind of pausing here. Father-like authority, fair-minded wisdom, and protective when upright. The Emperor represents masculine father energy, whereas the Empress offers abundant love and nurturing. The Emperor brings a solid foundation of order and rules that provide security and stability. The crow stands on a sword, a symbol of power, protection, authority, strength, and courage. The ram head on the throne represents leadership and initiative. The Emperor's energy brings order to chaos. He is not a dictator nor taskmaster. He is, however, a strong leader who commands devotion through wisdom and integrity. Crows are known for passing information through their DNA to future generations to protect them from possible dangers. The Emperor sits on his throne, ready to share his knowledge to ensure all around him stay safe. Channel his power in times of uncertainty. Through fearless determination and expertise, it will manifest success. If the Emperor appears reversed, this may serve as a warning that arrogance and overconfidence are getting in the way. As a result, you risk losing the respect you crave. It's a mix of a difficult family relationship and an attachment to a potential love interest. And that is all I will say, so that I keep your privacy. Past, present, future, advice. And I want to point out something interesting. You have a ram's head on the chair here, right? I did, yes. But one thing I want to you have the sword and the ram's head. And then look what the crow is wearing here. So kind of the way that I'm reading this is here's an example of one of the many interpretations going on in my brain. The way that your father raised you, right? To be clear-headed, to be kind, to be considerate, to examine all paths, etc. Currently, you're being led down a direction that feels different, that feels wrong, that feels against what you know and what you were raised as. And the devil is suggesting that you are about to be faced with demons and the truth about certain past things. The advice card is showing you that ram's head here. An emperor upright would suggest that this is a paternal figure who passed on the knowledge of the ram's head, right? And that is why in the devil, you would be able to see that same ram's head skull here. It's passing on the knowledge of being able to overcome that demon. And when it's reversed, instead, that has fallen out of balance. And there is oh, my baby's awake. There is nothing to fall back on. So this is all about not having the information you need to break the chains moving forward. That's one of the ways I interpreted it. Past, present, future advice. I have to go feed the baby. So thank you all for hanging out with me tonight. I appreciate it. Do me a favor and hit that like button down there a couple of times for me, because that just lets the algorithm know that you liked what you saw, that you hung out till the end if you did. And thank you so much. I will have this posted as soon as it's available, so you will get that notification later. I may or may not edit the video later. We'll see if I have the spoons. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a great night. I'll try to get that message to you quick. Bother me if I forget.